Hi guys, thank you for watching through this tutorial, and here in our final video we're going to focus in on how my system modifies and changes Foundry. So you've already seen how amazing Foundry is and how it can stand on its own, and hopefully this is going to be the icing on top of the cake that really brings you in and helps make your games run so much smoother. I'm a huge fan in open worlds and games being wrapped around who players are and what they're doing, so I've built a lot of generators to help with that. Let's start off by up here, a lore generator that can help anywhere in any war set. So let's just say we're coming into a town and my players are starting off at a tavern. And we generate that up, and it gives us some very basic details here and suggests we have a tavern owner, a barmaid, 2 barmaids, and a prince. I find it kind of odd there's a prince in here. I'm definitely going to want to look into that. So let's come in a bit further down to NPCs. I'm hoping in the next couple of updates to make it so that instead of just those descriptions, you can click on them and they'll generate and pop up. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. So let's bring in that tavern owner. And here we have a tavern owner who loves good food and makes sure they always have the best chef in town. So depending on how this prince rolls up, we may well end up having him just in there for the amazing food. Maybe that's why it's empty right now. Maybe he came in during the time of the day when princes are at leisure but everyone else is working hard. Ooh. Interesting. So this is a very interesting prince, and maybe we could have a crest off this. It's kind of interesting that he's good and yet has a huge kill count. Maybe I'd even throw something into here that he's been off slaying bandits or other things like that. And these are just general broad brush strokes. You can always edit these up and change them to whoever you see fit, because it's your world, not mine. So please make sure things stay as it would happen in your own world. These are just to help you. Help get the creative juices going so you can start rolling out. So if he's been slaying a bunch of bandits, maybe he will send the players off to hunt down bandits in a nearby cave. Maybe we didn't even think of that before this. So we flip over to our battle maps and we start looking through here, looking for something that would do. And we don't really have a nice cave open yet. However, you will notice that I haven't had time to apply walls to all of our maps. So we can create a scene and come into our Incarnate assets folder that comes there with the distribution of the module. And let's go into battle maps, 5 chamber dungeon, just a normal cave. And we have lots here. We should show thumbnails for you to see them before you import. But this will work. It's showing navigation, game master only. That'll give me a little bit of time to real quick prep it out if I want to. By prep out, I mean if I'm doing this on the fly, I'm just going to come in here, grab my terrain walls. Oh, let's change the detail of the map. Let's go configure, and let's tell this that it's actually a 4000 by 4000 map. Save changes, and that's going to give us a lot more space in these chambers, so we're not quite as crowded. And yes, maps are just that easy to resize in Foundry. I know I'm not doing a very good job of these walls, but like I said, I'm pretending I'm in a hurry. If I was prepping this in advance of a game, I'd take a lot more time and do these a lot more precisely. But on the fly, in the middle of a game, when my players go off script, I go fast. And that keeps things moving and keeps us all having fun. Because they don't want to be here while I spend half an hour building each of these walls precisely. Okay, so now we have our cave that they're going to be fighting their way through, and thanks to Foundry I can just come over here at the actors level, copy them and paste them right in where I want them, and in they come. And as they come in, I'm going to pause that just for a little bit longer and open up, let's do bestiaries at the top. And it's going to be pre-sorted by whoever I was sorting for last. But in this case, I know my party is about level 2, so I'm going to limit it to about that. Come down here and go type humanoid. And there's all of our humanoids that we can throw in here. And then let's do random encounters. And for level 2 poly, I really don't want to go above 700. And I think I might go just a tiny bit lower. Let's do down to 400. As I mentioned in the most recent update, I'm working on some things that help streamline that a bit more in the future. But for now, we have this. So let's start them off easy by having them fight. Let's move the bandit captain to the very end. He's kind of a coward. He leads from the direction. That's going to be an anticlimactic fight, but I think that'd be kind of funny. Let's put a knight who's actually going to be a bit more significant of a threat there. Now, my players really like fighting multiples, so I want to make sure I have some in here that would be multiples. That's going to be the spies. Group of 3 would be great. A group of 7 hobgoblins will also be fun for them. Just space these out a little bit. And we're ready for the party to come in. And that's the goal, is to be able to prep things super fast as you go off script for the party. I could have solved this by any number of other things. Let's say we were looking for, instead of humanoids, we wanted an undead dungeon. There's all sorts of ways we can sort this, and hopefully if we have the money for the Incarnate gaming to be around for a while, we can add in a lot more into here. So we'll have a huge bestiary where there's going to be lots of results for everything for lots of fun encounters. But it really depends on interaction of community like you. If you think this is a cool project, get behind us, like this video, share it with your friends. Let's continue on. Let's say they came on in. And once they came in, we of course start the fight. Foundry starts the fight by selecting them all, right-clicking, and clicking engage. You notice they could just see this knights, and I might bring in the knights. These were both mid-range, but I'm going to have them wait just a little bit longer. I'm not going to bring them in at the very beginning. So anyways, they're duking it out, they're in the combat tracker, and eventually they kill off the 3 spies. And then we click the end button, and it automatically generates this loot parcel for us. It has the XP, and it has the weapons from the 3 guys, and it has everyone in here so we can distribute stuff and keep things moving. The goal here is to be able to focus on the game and not so much on other things that are in between the game. There's going to be some strategy on that, but we want to keep things moving. So we've streamlined a lot of things. We're trying to make things easy. Let's take a look at character creation, because that's a big trouble spot for a lot of new players. So we're going to create a new actor. This is going to be Bob the Explorer. Now we're going to come over here, and we don't really know what we're going to do. So let's start off with Warren for our stats. I'm going to take them in order just to give us an idea of what we're doing. So 4d6, drop lowest. And we want to roll 6 of those. And when we click on it, it's going to give us the breakdown. I'm just going to take these in order. We're going to see what we end up with. 13, 15, 11, 11, 14, 12. High dexterity, high wisdom. Let's take a quick look. So one of the things I put in here to make it easier for you if you don't know what the primary and secondary abilities are, we can look at what primary dex ones are. We can look at primary wisdom ones are. I think I'm going to go for Ranger. Because Ranger is primary wisdom, primary dex and secondary wisdom, which are my 2 main stats. So if I'm going Ranger, I have a few selections here, and you'll recognize the Hunter right there from the regular ones. And you could, even if you're purist, sort by official only. But I like seeing all of this other stuff that I've come up with and we've been play testing. And continuously rebalance as we find things that are out of balance. We try and bring them back in and make it good. Okay, anyway, let's do Let's do the Toverwitch. It's kind of a fun one. It's gonna get a companion. You'll see that in a minute. Okay. Let's then come in, and you'll see that that doesn't actually do anything because we're not a level yet. But I said my opponent would level 2, so we bring him at level 2. And that gives him his level 2 abilities automatically though, and we'll bring his level up to 2 as well. Let's come down here and get Race next. Now I'd really like a +2 in Wisdom and a +1 in Dexterity. Let's see if that's possible. +2 in Wisdom only is the Crucius. Okay, now the main thing I want is a +1 in Dexterity, which the Crucius has as well, so we're going to go with that. So it's kind of nice to be able to get exactly what we want stat-wise. And you see it automatically gave us a lot of those things there, but it did not automatically change our stats, so we'll do that now. It did drop in the ability score increase here for us to read and be reminded of that. Also does things like Dark Vision. So we want to make sure we set our token to have 60-foot Dark Vision. I normally do a 60-40 though. And then remember to check your vision box. And also remember to come over here and tell it to have your HP bar showing. And to display your name. Well, if you want those settings. Which I tend to. Cool. So all of that's configured. And that just leaves us doing our background. And there's lots of backgrounds in here. I'm actually going to be a hippie, an anchorite. Because I think that's going to fit well with the ranger. Cool. So you notice that we at this point have a lot of things done, but we still need our ranger storing equipment. So let's come in here and scroll down. We're going to take the leather armor. Let's take a quick look at the simple melee weapons. So I just clicked on that and it's going to pop up our browser automatically sorted to the simple melee weapons. And I think I'd rather have the 2 short swords. None of these really fit well with my build. And I could click on them for more details and stuff like that, but I know what all of those do. Let's see. Which of these do I want? Looks like the Dungeoneer's pack is a bit better. So I drag that over. And then let's get the longbow, arrows, and a quiver. And we are ready to go. Already have the stats configured. Oh, HP. Which means I need range open just a little bit longer. And he's also going to need to be open for that. But let's do HP first. So we start off with 10 plus con. Con is only 11, so that's a 0. So we start off with 10. In the second level, we'd get 6 plus con, so we're up at 16 max. And we could write a script to automate this, and hopefully we'll do that eventually, but we're not quite that far yet. Cool, we'll start off with 2 hit dice. Let's take a quick look at our acrobat, which gave us acrobatics and performance. Also gave us Elvish, and the Crucius have given us a few languages as well, to be easier to find over on the feed section though. Common and 3 choices from Crucius and Elvish from acrobatics. The Crucius gets a lot of languages, and you'd have to read through the backstory on why they get so much. So Common, Elvish, and then any 3. And I'd want to work with my party on getting this as stuff that's not had a lot of. And any 3 won't let me do like Thieves' Cant or other specialties like that. But it does let me do these common ones. I know it's a bit confusing, they're all on the same list. And hopefully we can do a bit better than that in the future. Cool. Remember to give yourself 2 proficiencies with the horn. So we now have a relatively flavorless, and 15 gold. Relatively flavorless but ready to play character. We can go through this then and try and fill out a biography, a background story. But you can see how it's relatively simple and relatively easy to do that whole process. Let's show one other quick thing. If we look at a spell browser, we see this drag all up at the top here, and I'm going to sort by, I think bards or preparation. No, bards learn clerics or preparation. So that means that if I was a cleric, I'd learn all level 1 spells. And then I'd be choosing which ones to prepare as we go. So by doing that drag all and bringing them in, it's going to add them all into my spell casting. And there they come. And then I'd just be choosing which ones to prepare. And I have it preset that they come in unprepared. So you'd prepare whatever ones you'd get from your cleric, and then you'd be ready to go. So I've been trying to streamline a lot of these things here. And you notice that even if you go over to your feats and you click on spell casting, you see that like you can open up the ranger table and it takes you relatively close to your table. You can get descriptions of what animal friendship is or other things like that. We have added a lot of hyperlinks here to try and make things easy for you, including things like this. They automatically came into Castle and select Ranger for us when we clicked on that Ranger spells. So it's coming together. We're trying to streamline everything to make it so that anyone can play. Because I view this as a proving ground, a place where we can work on our social skills while playing a game. And so it's a lower pressure and we're more likely to learn them. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all of your support as you've been encouraging me, as you've been sharing these videos with your friends. Viewership is way up and finances are starting to come together, but we still have a lot further to go. I really enjoy working for you guys, and hopefully we can get this profitable enough that I won't be applying for jobs come Christmas. God bless you guys and have a great day.